I'm building my dream room. Well, kind of. Let me explain. So I'm moving in just a couple of days. I'm gonna get a completely new room. However, this apartment is just temporary until we can move into the actual apartment that we've bought, which means I won't be buying all the stuff that I want for this room. However, I'm gonna try to make the best of it, and my goal is to test out a bunch of ideas that I had for the room that I'm building at the apartment that I've actually bought. But anyways, here's my room right now. This is the room I've had ever since I was literally 1 year old. And as you can see, right now it's quite messy since we're moving. And it's not really that big. That's not what you're here for. You just want to see the room transformation. So let's get to the new space. So here we are. This is in the room for 6 months at least. So let's give you a tour. So over here we've got a window with quite a nice view. And I'm thinking of putting my bed right here. And then move over to this corner where I'm thinking of having my desk and my setup, since you've got the outlet right there. And then I'm gonna have some drawers and stuff right here. But the thing I'm doing today is I'm fixing a bunch of holes and screws that the previous owners left in the wall. As you can see, they've left a bunch of different weird holes. Don't really know what they are. But yeah, let's get to it. So I started filling the holes that the previous owners had left in the wall. This took a couple of hours, even though it might not look like it, since I had to do this multiple times throughout the day to make sure that the holes were completely filled. And I hope we don't have to do this in the next apartment. So this was the room when the movers had moved everything in. As you can see, it's a total mess. But now you'll get to enjoy watching me try to build an IKEA desk without any instructions, since I bought this desk maybe 5 years ago and I have no idea what the instructions are. And if you're liking the video this far, please like and subscribe to support the channel. It really helps out a lot. At this point, I dropped one of the screws into the leg, so I had to get my mum to help me to try to get it out again. So right here, the desk was feeling kind of wobbly, but I couldn't find anything that would make it less wobbly, so I just went with it. So after adding the last couple of details, I decided that I was going to add my monitor mount at this time as well to make it easier. So I put that in and moved the desk into place. And you best believe I'm getting rid of this desk as soon as we move in the fall. And now it's time to put together a dresser that's going to keep all my clothes in this room. After setting up the dresser, I started tidying the corner where I'd put up the next piece of furniture to hold my clothes. I've got this clothing rack that my mum got from her job, and I think it's a very cool way to display your clothes. We decided to make it 2 stories so it can hold a lot more clothes. Next up was rolling out this mat. This was way more difficult than it should have been, since I decided to do this before I had cleared out all the boxes in my room. And after that, I decided to set up my monitors on my desk. My monitors are quite old and are getting switched out in a not too distant future. So that's why it might look like I don't care about them. And I just found this the easiest way to actually screw them in. Now it was time to add all my peripherals and set up the setup completely. I was too lazy to do this all on camera, so peep this crazy transition. This was moving day, so it's taken quite a lot to get it to the state it's in now, but I'm tapping out and doing the rest tomorrow. So, see you when I see you. This is where I left off yesterday. There's a lot of boxes and stuff that still need to get unpacked, so let's get to it. I proceeded to unpack all my boxes and it took ages. And this is speeded up to 3000%. I do look like the Flash though, so it's kind of cool. And when I was done unpacking everything, I did some hoovering just to tidy it up a little bit. Now it's time for what, in my opinion, is the best part of this entire room. So I carried in this white TV table that was in our old house as well. And after doing that, I got my mum's help to actually carry in the TV that I'm going to have in my room. I've always wanted to have a TV in my room, but never had the opportunity. But now that we were moving, we had an extra TV and a TV table that we weren't going to use. Which meant that when we were moving, I asked my parents if I could take them in my room. They said yes. And honestly, after having a TV in my room for a little bit over a month, it's been great. That took a solid 1.5 hours. Probably didn't look like it for you guys, but that was fucking exhausting. But yeah, this is what the room looks like now. This is where I'm leaving it for now, until I continue working on the setup, since these two boxes are both filled with stuff for the setup. Oh yeah, and I'm getting some upgrades to the TV as well. After taking a little break, I decided to tackle all the plugs that I needed. Since I only have 2 outlets in this room, I had to use a lot of extenders. So I put an extender from the outlet under my bed, and then I put another extender that went all the way to my TV. Then, after that, I installed an Apple TV that we'd had with this TV before. And after that, I moved on to the setup. Since I only have to clean a bit and put up the last decorations, next time you see me will be the final product. So take it in now and see what it looks like. And here comes the final reveal. Now that I'm finally done with the room, here comes the reveal. Thank you so much for watching the entire way through. If you like this video, please like and subscribe so that you don't miss part 2.